Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel, where we talk about everything you need to do to reach financial freedom. Today we are going to discuss something that can completely transform your life, and that is budgeting. If you've ever felt like you're just one step away from losing control over your finances, you're not alone. We all are living busy lives, and budgeting on top of it seems nothing short of a hassle. So, how can you start your financial freedom journey amidst all this chaos? Trust me, it's not that difficult. You just need to get a lot of things in order, and everything will fall right into place. In this video, I'll share with you some practical, real-world tips on how to budget effectively so you can stop living paycheck to paycheck. And yes, we're backing all this up with real data because when it comes to money, numbers don't lie. Let's jump right into it. The first and most important step toward financial freedom is knowing where your money goes. You can't fix what you don't track. A recent study found that 65% of Americans have no idea how much they spent last month. That's like driving blindfolded and hoping you end up at your destination. You might think you have a grip on your spending, but chances are you're underestimating things like takeout, subscriptions, or random Amazon splurges. I recommend using apps like Mint or YNAB. You need a budget to automatically track your spending. These apps link to your bank accounts and credit cards, so you can see where every dollar is going in real time. If apps aren't your thing, you can just do this old school style with a pen and paper or an Excel sheet. The key is just to get started. Once you have a full picture of your spending habits, you can start adjusting them. The next step is to create a budget that works for you. I know budgeting sounds about as fun as getting a root canal, but hear me out. The reason most people fail at budgeting is because they make it too strict. They think, I'm going to cut out everything and save a ton of money. And then they quit after a week because it feels miserable. Here's the deal. Your budget should reflect your values. If getting your morning coffee from Starbucks makes you happy, build it into your budget. Just make sure you're cutting back on other areas that don't matter as much to you. The goal is to strive for a balance and not starve yourself of happiness. One budgeting method that works really well is the 50-30-20 rule. Here's how it breaks down. 50% of your income should go to needs, which includes housing, utilities, groceries. 30% goes to wants, which include dining out, hobbies, entertainment. 20% goes to savings and debt repayment. What I love about this rule is that it's flexible and realistic. You get to enjoy your money and work toward your financial goals at the same time. This one's a big deal. Always have an emergency fund. According to a survey by Bankrate, 57% of Americans couldn't cover a $1,000 emergency with their savings. Let that sink in for a second. Life is unpredictable. Whether it's a car repair, a medical bill, or a sudden job loss, having an emergency fund can save you from falling into debt. A good rule of thumb is to have 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses saved in a separate account, one you don't touch unless it's an actual emergency. Start small if you have to. Maybe aim for $500 or $1,000 to begin with, and then build it up from there. Remember, every dollar you save is a step closer to financial security. Debt is one of the biggest roadblocks to financial freedom. In the US, the average household has over $90,000 in debt. It could be from student loans, credit cards, or car payments. If you're serious about reaching financial freedom, getting rid of your debt has to be a priority. There are 2 popular methods for tackling debt. The first one is the Snowball method. Pay off your smallest debts first, then roll those payments into your larger debts. This method is great if you need quick wins to stay motivated. Next is the Avalanche method. Focus on paying off the debt with the highest interest rate first, then move on to the next highest. This method saves you the most money in the long run. No matter which method you choose, the key is consistency. Even if you can only put a little extra toward your debt each month, that progress adds up over time. One of the easiest ways to budget smarter is to automate your savings. If you have to move money into your savings account every month manually, chances are you'll either forget or find an excuse not to. But if you set up automatic transfers, whether $50 or $500 a month, you don't even have to think about it. This is where the concept of paying yourself first comes in. Treat your savings like a bill you have to pay, and you'll be surprised at how quickly your nest egg grows. Budgeting isn't just about saving money, it's about growing it. And the best way to grow your money is through investing. According to a Gallup poll, only 58% of Americans own stocks. That means a lot of people are missing out on one of the most powerful wealth-building tools out there. If you're new to investing, start with something simple like a low-cost index fund. These funds track the performance of the entire market, so you don't have to worry about picking individual stocks. Plus, they tend to have lower fees than actively managed funds. And don't forget about retirement. If your employer offers a 401k with a match, make sure you're taking full advantage of it. It's basically free money. It can make a huge difference in your retirement savings over time. Here's the last tip. Your budget isn't set in stone. Life changes, and your budget should do so too. Make it a habit to review your budget at least once a month. Are you sticking to it? Are there areas where you're overspending? Maybe your priorities have shifted, and you want to allocate more money towards saving for a house or paying off debt faster. By regularly checking in with your budget, you can make sure it's still aligned with your goals. So, there you have it. My top tips for budgeting your way to financial freedom. Remember, budgeting doesn't have to be restrictive or overwhelming. It's all about knowing where your money's going, setting realistic goals, and making small changes that add up over time. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications so you never miss a new video.